got us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We are live here at Mittens, Uptown in Harlem. And we have a surprise guest for you tonight. We just popped into Mittens because Blake is doing a showcase. And everyone has come out tonight to support him. And we are here with the editor-in-chief of Sgib magazine, ladies and gentlemen. This is a hot new magazine that's off the press, that's going around the world, okay? And we're surely going to take it around the world with you, okay?
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, because the Basha Riddick show is around the world. But what I want to know is what inspired you, because the name is so compelling. Soldiers Got Intentions, Believe That.
Well, virtually, I got the title from because Soldiers Got Intentions means that everybody should be soldiering for something. Everybody should be in pursuit of a dream, a goal.
Interview Joe Jackson.
Okay, well, let me give you a little more history about the magazine. The magazine initially launched as a bilingual magazine to teach kids English to Spanish to English, understanding the growing population and recognize the Hispanic community.
Right.
I wasn't able to get it implemented in the school system, but during that time, people had asked me, Gerard, kick it up a notch, kick it up a notch.
Right.
So I kicked it up a notch, and I put girls and put a little profanity in there. And now they say, Gerard, it's too hard, I can't take it home.
Right.
So now I got it back down where it's a lot more inspirational.
Right.
In fact, on the cover, it has parental advisory, inspirational content, and it's virtually designed around people pursuing their dreams and their goals. It's a very, very positive magazine. It's not distributed on the newsstand. If you're interested in getting the magazine, you go to sgibmagazine@gmail.com. It's an industry magazine, which means it gets mailed. If you call me, give me your address, I'll be more than happy to send you a copy of it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you next, is where could we find the magazine? Because I know it's such a fabulous magazine. I can't wait to get in the inside of it.
A train of thought or something. You know the old cliche that if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Yes. So soldiering for something should be the momentum in what we pursue in our life. The magazine started, I'm a photographer, freelance publicity photographer, been up for over 35 years. But I couldn't act, dance, sing, or tell jokes, and I wanted to be in the entertainment business. And so I looked around and found a venue that would put me in the entertainment business, maybe not necessarily on the stage, but put me around where I wanted to be. And I picked up the camera, and the camera opened up so many doors for me. I became publicist for a woman named Miss Vonnie Hilton Sweeney, who was James Brown's publicist for about 20 years, a very close friend of the Jacksons, and I also worked with her for the James Brown magazine. So she sent me to a whole onslaught of venues where entertainers who I saw when I was growing up on TV, that here I am with them and photographing them and taking pictures of them. So it's an example of whatever it is that you want to do in life, you can. And my motto is, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one who can see your vision. And that is the formula for the magazine.
That is wonderful, wonderful. And you know what? Before we actually got on camera, I want the audience to know that we had an intimate conversation about our wonderful Joe Jackson. That is very near to dear in my heart because I interviewed him. And then I saw you also interviewed him for your magazine. And you have a column in your magazine that's called what?
Well, we have a column in the magazine called... we have a variety of columns in the magazine,
right.
But the one that you're talking about, yeah, it's called Their Secrets. And Joe Jackson had mentioned that it's a column that where I ask people about what advice would they give. And he said, always understand the contracts you sign, which is a very important factor. But I also want to mention that currently I am writing a newsletter for Dr. Reverend Al Sharpton, National Action Network. And recently, a canvas that I photographed of Michael Jackson when he was in New York protesting, I think in 2002, with Sony Records. You know, he was very upset that they were trying to steal the Beatles catalog. Well, he went to Al Sharpton and asked Al Sharpton to help. And I was the only photographer allowed in the inner office of Al Sharpton, Michael Jackson, and Johnny Cochran. And I took a portrait of him that was just recently presented to Joe Jackson at the National Action Network. So I was very proud of that. And those can see that my presenting him that if they go to Sgib Mag, M-A-G, on TV at YouTube.
Well, that's incredible because, listen, I always say great minds think alike because, you know what, we go back with Al Sharpton. We interviewed him when, especially, we know him. I mean, he came from the same town. I came from Brownsville in Brooklyn.
Okay.
But the Action Network is a powerful organization. I remember when he first started out.
Okay.
And we also want to talk about the empowerment of women.
Okay.
because we want to. I know you was talking about your magazine is going to have some inspirational columns in it.
Well,
So we want to inspire women, and that was one of the reasons I went and interviewed Joe Jackson.
Okay, well, let me give you a little more history about the magazine. The magazine initially launched as a bilingual magazine to teach kids English to Spanish and Spanish to English, understanding the growing population and recognize the Hispanic community. I wasn't able to get it implemented in the school system, but during that time, people had asked me, Gerard, kick it up a notch, kick it up a notch. So I kicked it up a notch, and I put girls and put a little profanity in there. And now they say, Gerard, it's too hard, I can't take it home. So now I got it back down where it's a lot more inspirational. In fact, on the cover, it has parental advisory, inspirational content, and it's virtually designed around people pursuing their dreams and their goals. It's a very, very positive magazine. It's not distributed on the newsstand. If you're interested in getting the magazine, you go to sgibmagazine@gmail.com. It's an industry magazine, which means it gets mailed. If you call me, give me your address, I'll be more than happy to send you a copy of it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you next, is where could we find the magazine? Because I know it's such a fabulous magazine. I can't wait to get in the inside of it. Where can we find it?
Well, like I said, you can go to S is in Sam, G is in George, I is in India, B is in Bravo, magazines with the S. That's SGIB magazines with the S.com. You can go there and find out more information about the magazine. But one other thing I want to mention to you about the National Action Network. On February 6th, we're having the Men's Auxiliary fundraiser, and we're having Timothy Wilson, who is the lead singer for Frankie Lyman and Teenagers, who also did Wedding Bells, and we're also having Chris Curry, who is one of the singers of Ray Goodman and Brown. So we're really excited about that. That's going to be on Saturday, February 6th. It's from 7 to 12. So definitely come out and be a part of that. And that's at 106 West 145th Street in the Village of Harlem.
We got so much going on in February because it's Black History Month.
Yes.
So we can't wait to get that issue to see what's going to be in it.
But you know, one thing I want to say, not cutting you off, is that we need to give our boy Blake a big shout out, because Blake is here at Mittens, trying to make this happen here, and we're really looking forward. So I want you to come out and support the brother, because the brother is really on the grind, trying to bring something different and exciting to Harlem.
Oh, definitely. We're from Brooklyn. We drove all the way up here tonight to make sure that we would give him big ups, because Blake has been doing fabulous work. So we definitely give a shout out to Blake. But we're happy that you were here, that you came out for him and all the other people. And we're going to be looking for
action. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone
up.
We got a lot
to do
tonight,
and
sometimes you're the only one who can see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today, and I hope you are too.
We're going to bring it to you so that you can be empowered. Peace, love, and empowerment, y'all. All right, thank you for tuning in. We're going to be right back with more from Mittens, because Blake has a host of artists here tonight. They're going to be showcasing their art in here tonight, and we want you to be right here with us up front live so that you can see it. Then we're going back to Brooklyn, because we got 98.7 Point Kisses in Brooklyn with Barry Mason.